Yo, right here in the small box. Go ahead and hit this record button. We about to get started. As you can see, Mr. Don Dada himself, Mr. HHSB crew. That's the guy right there. Come on now. Apparently, is this why Drake's music is trash now? Because we missing OVO 40. A lot of people been talking about it on the interwebs. I want to go ahead and get my own 2 cents because y'all know me. I'm going to talk. If you give me a video, what I'm going to do is my job. I'll tell you that much, right? So let's go ahead. Let's dive in. Let's get started. Y'all do know how we start this, right? So let's make it happen. Yo, you right here in the small box, right here in the small box. Welcome back to Flexmob Reactions, only on the Flexmob Network. I'm Flex. Welcome back to the channel. Apparently, this is why his music's trash. Yo, like I was explaining at the beginning of this, if you're gonna make songs to troll people, if you're gonna make songs to kind of like make fun of things, I'm gonna tell you this right now. That's your legacy you're playing with. Wagwan Delilah should never have been a song. That's your legacy you're playing with. Nobody plays with their legacy like that. Look at all the greats in the past. Not single one of them play with their legacy like that. Don't play with yourself like that because it's not going to look good at the end of the day. Because once you do retire, because everybody's going to end up at that point of retirement where they're going to let it go, where they're going to take a step back because their catalog is going to let people know what's going on. That's what you're playing with. The front end of your catalog is wonderful, but the back end of your catalog is so questionable it's not even funny. Half your catalog good. How you have a catalog with all them songs, half them good? Explain that to me first. Because as far as I see it, it's not a good look. Legacy. That's what matters at the end of all of this. What kind of legacy are you trying to leave? Well, based on the movements you've been making, it's just looking kind of questionable. Look, let's go ahead and get started. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about the video. Drop a comment down below. Please let me know what you think about this whole situation. Is it 40's fault of him being absent the reason why Drake's music's so mid? Let me know in the comments. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop my videos or when I'm live, like right now. And let's go ahead and lock in, bro. Come on, talk to me, bro. What's good, brother?
Hey, yeah, what's poppin', gang?
My
crew. All right, man, we back with another one, man. I appreciate y'all for clicking on the video.
All right, take care, Tiny. Sleep well.
Hit that like button if you guys haven't done it already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. We working today. We are working. All right, man, so this is a very interesting topic here, okay? And again, for the comments of the people who are going to say, why do we care about what Ek has to say? I don't. But it's an interesting topic to discuss that nobody else has brought up about why Drake's music sounds different or could sound different lately. So Akademiks says that the real reason Drake's music sound different lately might be OVO 40's reduced presence. I already have thoughts.
Jordan, I know OVO 40's sick, but I don't know if he's sick of Drake. So who knows?
Thoughts. I already have thoughts. Ak says those signature pads, blends, and textures that define Drake's whole sound were really 40's fingerprints. And once he checked the credits, he realized how little 40 has been involved recently. Which I don't think you even, like, there's a certain sound that 40 had, and that sound has been gone for a while, like a long time. Right? So let's go ahead and get into this. I have thoughts, though.
Sounds a little bit different, and I honestly believe the difference is 40. And maybe I'm just completely off base, and Drake fans don't kill me if I am, but like there's certain things that was very profound about Drake's music, like certain pads in terms of production wise, and certain of like, you know, just like blending, and like he had a really unique style that I used to call that Drake style, because when you're that mirrored or tied to a producer / engineer, and someone who has creative vision like 40, like that becomes your sound and style.
Bro, like when I hear shit like this though, like I want to listen. I want to look to the producers. Now, I don't deny that there tends to be a symbiotic relationship between an artist and a producer when they really lock in. That's not denied. And I'm not even denying that Drake had that same symbiotic relationship when it came to 40.
I'm sitting here and I'm thinking this, all of this comes down to what Metro Boomin said the other day when it comes to compilation projects. The reason why a lot of compilation projects are not hitting is because you have a plethora of producers all trying to do their own thing on this one album. And then when you go and sell said project, it doesn't work because there's not one sound, or there's not one sound following a theme. Like, there's no theme that it's missing. That's missing from the project. The substance, that definition, the identity of the project is missing because there's too many different people working on the project. Now, if your plan is to put out a compilation project, that's cool. But you got to understand, you also got to sell it that way at the same time. There's a big disconnect when it comes to the project and how you sell it. One artist, there's only, okay, not one, but there's only a few artists where that works. And one of them is for Chris. When Chris Brown dropped Heartbreak on a Full Moon, a project with 45 different songs on it. Let me say that again. Chris Brown dropped an album with 45 different songs. If that doesn't scream compilation, I don't know what it's screaming. Let's make that clear first. Let's not forget about the deluxe to that project. Yes, there was a deluxe. And the deluxe came up to about, what, 60 different songs? 60 songs in total on one project. 60. God, on one project. He can only make it work because even though you have 45, even though you have 60, guess what? About 40 of them songs are going to fly. Okay? 20 of them are not going to work, which people are sitting crazy like, 20? 20 of them don't work. What the 20? The other 40 are good. Let's make that clear. The other 40 are good. Okay? Let's not forget the Indigo album. I think it was the Indigo album where on the deluxe for Indigo, he dropped Under the Influence. And the funny part about Under the Influence is that that song flew about 2-3 years later when everybody started singing that. So that's proof right there that the compilation works. It's just going to take longer for certain songs to pop. You see what I'm saying? Buddy. Buddy. It's crazy.
But even then, from what I've heard, and not so much to be rumors, but even then, that was more of like the Chapo writing era in a sense, right? Like and still even then, a lot of other help from other writers too. I think the production angle is a way to kind of wrap up that he ain't got the same writers no more. And that's not even hate no more, bro. That's just, it is what it is, man. And personally, that's what I think it is. It's more of a...
If anybody out there says that's hate, they need to sit down with themselves, because the one thing that I've noticed from a lot of Drake fans is that they egos. Them egos, bro. Them egos are dangerous. Those are some very highly emotional individuals, bro. Real ish. It's getting a little scary when you see them grouped together. You know what I'm saying? If you see one of them spaces on Twitter, the Twitter spaces, and you see them grouped together, and you sit there and hear the kind of nonsense they be saying, oh Lord, you sit there like they ain't got no home training, bro. You be sitting there looking at them like, I swear they ain't got no home training. Man, woman, child, it doesn't matter. They ain't got no home training. That's what it look like. Them egos are bruised, beat up. Like what Tiff said, they're having a long life battle with themselves. Them egos, bruh. Those are some loose cannons out there. You must be careful around them individuals. It's not a joke.
Writing issue. Like the writers are gone, right? I have more thoughts, but I got to hear what he's got to say.
Round? I'm pretty sure, you know, he's going to be doing his thing, but.
I'm talking about Chris?
Let me see. Some sexy songs for you. Did he do most of that stuff? Okay, yeah. I think I seen. Did I see 40? I thought I saw 40. Where's his name? 40. Where's 40 at?
My boy,
Am I tripping? Usually.
I was gonna sit there and be like, boy, you gotta read before you scroll.
Wait, that's not.
Isn't it Noah?
Yep.
Yeah, Noah should be.
Huh.
Akademiks, Control F. Come on, bro. Control F. If you can't find it, use that tool to find. Lord have mercy.
Bro, look at all those writers, bro.
Hey, you might be right, Tiff.
Who is Braithwaite, Graham, Braithwaite. Who is this? Who is that? I think this is the writers column. Am I wrong?
Let me look up his last name. Shabib.
Oh, now you want to do that.
Okay.
There he is.
Spider-Man contains a sample written by. Oh, but that's only the sample.
And there's only
did
one
40 not participate at all?
Oh,
I
wow.
must be tweaking. Am I tweaking, chat?
No, I don't. There's no tweaking. I don't think he's been around. And
So let me get this right. Yo, let me get this. OVO 40 is nowhere to be found. Say swear to God. Say swear to God. Wait, what? Whoa, this changes a lot of things. Yo, Kendrick might have dismantled this man's whole, like, backroom squad. Like, what? This man is nowhere to be found. You go and search the man's name, and it only came up one time on all of Wikipedia. Now, I don't trust Wikipedia, but if your name don't even exist like that on that, oh my goodness. Wow. Oh, I am concerned.
I think that was hinted towards.
Sif, I don't know about that man tattoos.
When Dot said, bro, you got
He's a
people
freak
around you
nigga.
that don't even want to be around you. And some of them want you as a casualty. You know what I'm saying? Like, he might have been one of those people. Could be. But then also there's this thing where I feel like, I've been saying this for a long time, where you don't really know what Drake sounds like. Like, you don't know what his sound is.
Okay, but anybody can figure that out, man. And no disrespect, bruh. No disrespect to HH at all, bro. Let me make that clear right now. I respect all melanated people on this platform, unless they want to go ahead and start suing. Anyway, my point is, hey, my point is, there was never a sound. There was never a sound, and nobody can change my mind. There's not a single person out there that can change my mind and say he had a sound. See, this comes down to that other conversation that revolves around Aubrey when we talk about rap albums. And I'm talking rap albums. Okay? I'm not talking no compilation. I'm not talking no R&B album. I'm talking rap only albums. And for some reason, a lot of albums from Aubrey are thrown into these conversations knowing that it's not all rap albums. When we talk rap albums, yo, fun fact, when it comes to that, you gotta rap. Okay? You gotta rap. That's the flaw in Aubrey. You can never have one of them. Because if you don't have a singer that's singing for you, if you're going to do this, yes, are you going to have an album of the year? That's definitely possible. That's definitely possible. Let's make that clear right now. But if we're going to be talking strictly rap albums and you don't have somebody to take up that singing part for you, if you're going to do the singing yourself and then rap and then sing, rap, sing, rap, sing, rap, sing, rap, sing, rap, sing, rap, sing. I'm sorry, that's not a rap album no more. That's not a rap album no more. The cheat code of that was to find somebody to sing for you. Did he take up that job himself? Yes. Did it work for him? Yes. Did it staple him into the culture, into the music industry? Yes. Does that mean you got a rap album? No. Sorry. And like I said, if you're assuming I'm a hater, you're not looking at it technically. I'm going down to the core, to the root, to the raw definition. If I'm looking at the raw definition of a rap album and you singing halfway through that joint, guess what? Okay. Yeah.
And it's crazy when you think about New York rap and what that sounds like, right? Like what New York East Coast rap sounds like, and the people that came before them and the people that sound like that too. Then you have the West Coast rappers that have that like almost funky, bassy kind of sound. And
it's
excuse me if
I'm
off on some of the attachments to the music that I give it, but that kind of funk sound. They even have like a lingo, bro. Like the way that they speak, the lingo is just different. The words that they use is different.
You couldn't come to Toronto and talk about no G-Funk unless you're a dancer. Unless you dwell in the dance style of popping. That's the only way people in Toronto are going to know about G-Funk. We have a lot of very talented poppers here. Shout out Tyrell Black. That man is nice. And he is a wonderful teacher. But let's make that clear right now. That's the only way people gonna know about G-Funk like that. Unless they're a fan of Tupac. Unless they're a fan of like the old California sound that you hear from Snoop Dogg, Dre and them. Okay, but after that, they're not gonna know about that for real. Around here at least. What's good, Furry B?
Then you think about Chicago, right? Or like, you know, a more of a Midwest sound Chicago with the soul samples, almost more Motown, you know, like to some of that extent, right? Not all of it for either coast, right? And then the South and what that sounds like. Drake doesn't have anything to call back to.
Facts.
And I've
Facts. What's good, Allison? How you feeling? I see you. I hope you're not driving, though. If you're driving, you better be driving safe. I'll tell you that much. All right? Keep both hands on the wheel and make sure you drive yourself safely home or to work or wherever you going. All right? We ain't got no culture here in Toronto. I'm glad I opened up with the video that I started with because that's going to help this video. So, if you're showing up just now, the replay is important. Is it substantial? Not necessarily, but it's definitely important. We ain't got no culture here, bro. We got everybody else's culture here in Toronto, but we ain't got our own culture. I've been talking about this for a long time, to the point where I stopped talking about it because I want to focus more on the music. But when I started doing all these reactions and everything, I was telling the truth. I was telling the truth for sure. We ain't got no culture, bro. We ain't got no culture. We share cultures. We share cultures around here for sure. We ain't got our own culture, bro. We don't got no base. We ain't got no foundation. We ain't got nothing that we can lean back towards and say this is ours. The thing that we say that this is ours is Caribbean culture. We're leaning on Caribbean culture here in Toronto because we have a very large Caribbean community here. A lot of Caribbeans are here in Canada. A lot of Caribbeans are here in Toronto for sure. But let me make it clear right now. We ain't got no culture here in Toronto. We got other cultures here. We ain't got our own. People talking about, dog, what are you talking about, bro? Wagwan, what do you mean? Dog, go back to Jamaica and go say that again since you want to say Wagwan so much. Because that's Caribbean culture. That's from the Caribbean. People don't realize that. People around here don't realize that. They think that Caribbean-ish came from here. Nah. Go to Jamaica and chat like that. See what happens. Telling you. First of all, you're going to get your pockets run. Okay, let's make that clear right. Your pockets going to get ran through. Let me make that clear. Your pockets going to be dry. Dry like you just ate a piece of hard dough bread. Get that man a glass of milk. That's what that's going to be like. We ain't got no culture here, bro. How many times I got to say it?
Always said that when it's like, man, what is
all right, Allison?
What is the sound that's like, okay, is that Canada? Is his sound Canadian? Like, is it or is it the sound of the other people that have been writing for him? And that's what we become accustomed to. And they're not around anymore, which is why
hey, unsystematic. You ain't wrong at all, my boy.
The music doesn't sound the same. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious, but artists sound regional. There's a couple of artists who can kind of blend in and just do whatever, like Eminem's a freak. But when Jay-Z raps, that nigga sounds like he's from New York, bro. Like, it just is what it is. Like, when T.I. and them rap,
it's the same way you got Jadakiss in New York. You got Jim Jones in New York. You go to Memphis. You got Young Dolph, R.I.P., Memphis. You got Key Glock, Memphis. You got Moneybagg Yo, Memphis. Like he was going to say with T.I. You go over to T.I. land now. That's Atlanta right there. You got Migos. That's Atlanta. They got their own way of doing things over there. Same way when you go down to California. You don't play about the Californians. Don't play about no West Side now. Same way you go up to New Orleans. Same thing. All right? We seen New Orleans go crazy on the versus stage. All right? Yo, shout out Master P, because I can't believe. To be fair, I don't even think I was born when that song came out, but let me tell you something. The first time I hear about it, I was young as shit. Okay? So when I heard it on the versus stage, I was starstruck. I was stunned. Okay? I was out there in Vegas for Complex Con. I witnessed the verses on stage. I was not prepared for about it. You say about it? Yeah, we about it. Yo, come on, bro. But those are regions. Those are regions. You come to Canada, we ain't got no regions. We ain't got no regions. All right? We got our provinces and territories and all the cities for sure. We don't got no regional music. Let me make that clear right now. All right? Anybody that come here from Canada talking about we definitely have a regional sound, regional music. If you're going to be talking about the Caribbean artists here, all right, go ahead and talk about the Caribbean artists because they need love. They need support. But you're going to keep the Caribbean artists with the Caribbean people them. Same thing when you come here and you talk about rock music. Last time I checked, there's a certain group of individuals that really ushered in rock music into the whole world with their own unique way. And last time I checked, it's not who you think it was. I'm just saying, there's some dust on my hand. You see it? There's some dust on my hand. I'm trying to figure out. I can't get this dust off my hand. Like, damn. But like I said about that rock music, like there was a certain group of individuals that really ushered in rock music. And goddamn, I can't get this dust off my hand, man. It's crazy. That's crazy, ain't it? Anyway, my point is, I'll go ahead and talk about it. Go ahead. We ain't got no regional sound out here. Somebody gonna have to say it. There it is. YouTube.
I'm just talking about like Southern rappers who Ludacris went like it was a regional sound. Like it was a regional
You heard that, Tiff? You heard that, Ludacris? Okay.
Sound. Then when you go to like Chicago, man, like the people sound like they was from Chicago, bro. That's just how they sounded. And the music, not even the vocal, just the music itself sounded like that. So yeah, missing 40 is probably some of that, but that's a small piece of it. Because even no matter what producer you have, it should still sound like you. No matter what producer Kendrick has had, and I hate to keep making that comparison, he's still gonna sound like the West Coast, right?
Chat. Yeah. I think that Gordo picture was definitely AI. But chat, on some real shit, was 40 not involved with some sexy songs for you? I can't find him on any of the credits here.
So no.
Noah Cadastre, I think that's the engineer.
Yo,
I'm
Tiff,
tripping,
you kill
right?
me.
Boy Wonder definitely was involved. Like, yeah. Wonder's gonna be in there somewhere. I forgot what Wonder's real name is, but yeah, I know he's in there somewhere. Huh. Let me see.
This boy, I could.
Let's go back to 100 gigs.
Hey, all I'm saying is that boy's payment must have went through heavily. He must have got a handsome payment because the way he got back on them nuts. Whew. That boy don't get tired, bro.
God, I forgot
Okay.
about that.
We see him on blue, red, green. Huh.
But those are the throwaway songs.
For all the dogs, let me see. I'm just looking for 40.
He's definitely on this. Is he not?
So one song so far. There he is.
Well, he's executive producing all these joints anyway, though, right? Because he usually mixes the whole thing. Usually. Yeah. So he's involved in For All the Dogs.
Yeah, he's definitely right there.
Interesting.
One song on 100 gigs, and then he's executive producing For All the Dogs.
Definitely Her Loss he would be on too.
Wow.
So that right there kind of nukes the argument, right? Like, he's been around. If that's the argument that, oh, the music sounds different because he hasn't been around, when you go back to his most recent
One more
projects
again?
outside
Nah, I'm
of
good.
100 gigs and some sexy songs for you, he's been around. What's missing?
Hey, my point still stands. See, you got to look at it from a sarcastic point of view, because that's not the secret weapon. Let's make that clear. The secret weapon is not that. The talent is not there anymore, and you can hear it throughout the music over the years. Let's make that clear. Now, artists definitely should have a group of producers that they can rely on to say, I need to go to him to make sure I can get my hit. Make sure I can get something that I can use to push. Whether it's I'm going to push like a mixtape or whatever. I need a couple singles. I need a couple hits that I can use to push this project. You should have a plethora of producers that you can run to for that. And you got to choose the right producers to make that happen for you. That's right. That's for sure. You can't rely on one. All right, I'm looking at it from a sarcastic point of view. What if it's not even the producer? What is the artist? Because the producer's job is to conduct the artist on the music, right? The artist will definitely put in their 2 cents, or they have a vision or idea for sure. Who's putting that together? It's the producer. So at the end of the day, it might not even be the producer's fault. So whose fault is it at that point? When I say I need to be in some of these studio sessions for a lot of these dudes around here, I'm not playing. I'm not playing at all, man. You need that outside ear. Now, let's keep in mind about Nokia. I still hear Nokia to this day, rightfully so, right? That's his pop hit. Let's make that clear right now. But let's not forget where Nokia came from. That one African kid on TikTok. Let's not forget where he got Nokia from. All right? I'm never forgetting that. From I heard that news, I will never forget that. Nokia is not your song. That's that boy's song right there. So, that's an outside ear that he got to go and get Nokia, right? Overall, though, you got to take that break, man. If I'm going to be real with you, you got to take that break. And I'm not talking about a couple months off. All right, you got to take a couple years off. Make them miss you so that when you come back, You come back better than ever. But if you don't want to take that break and go away for a little bit, then that's on you. But understand that your legacy is tarnished. It's okay to take breaks. If you got it, if you really got it, it's okay for you to take breaks. Let's make that clear right now. Like, it's perfectly fine to take a break. All right? But if you don't got it for real and you don't want to take that break and you're literally here to keep your foot on everybody's neck, that's cool. But your legacy is in question right now. I'm talking legacy, right? You are a legacy act. You got the catalog, everything, but you're ruining it with the way you're moving. That's not good. That's not good whatsoever. I don't care what nobody says. It's ridiculous.
What's missing?
On Drake's birthday.
Let me go to her loss though. Yeah.
This man doing all this searching, trying his hardest.
Let me see. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm just used to
seeing more.
40 being like really dominant in crafting the sound. Like, I think Certified Lover Boy 40 is all over, right? 100%. Like pretty much every song.
So go look then.
Yeah. 40,
but CLB.
40. Yeah. Even if he didn't produce.
But CLB wasn't, you know what I'm saying, wasn't considered to be one of them ones.
The beat, he kind of like adds, he adds the Drake flair to everything. Yeah, you see 40's name all over.
But if 40 is adding the...
What's going on? How come I can't zoom out? How come I can't zoom out? I'm so confused. What the hell just happened? Let me go back a little bit because I don't know why it froze like that.
Be one of them ones.
The beat, he kind of like adds, he adds the Drake flair to everything. Yeah, you see 40's name all over.
Don't kill me, Josh.
If 40 is adding the Drake flair, is it the Drake flair or is it the 40 flair?
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Same thing I'm getting at. All right? Whose fault is it really? That's what I'm asking. What does it come down to? That's what I'm asking. You got to be critical now, bruh. We've been having a lot of fun in music. There was a lot of trolling going on. Y'all been doing what you want, doing what you can to get the bag. That's great. Y'all had your fun. You need to bring back that substance now. You got to bring back that rawness. You got to bring that back. A lot of these dudes, the reason why they're not dropping this because they're not capable of being that. They had their fun. Things are changing now. You got to be serious with it. The craft matters again. All right? Once upon a time, nobody really cared about the craft like that. And I'm talking about overall audience, to make that clear for anybody out there that's going to be confused from what I said. Overall audience didn't care about the craft. They care about the pops. They care about the bops. They care about all them songs that they can move and groove to and turn up and party and destroy somebody's house to. You know. But now we're at a time where it's like, yo, if you're going to rap, you got to rap for real. And if you're not able to do that, then you're going to have to step to the side as a good little boy. I'll tell you that right now.
Right, like if the producer is making you who you are, like is it who gets the credit?
All over, even if he's not the main producer.
Like I couldn't imagine Dre getting all of the credit. Like Dre doing what he does on tracks is it's the icing, right? But it's the artist who's bringing out these dope pockets in the track.
This is Certified Lover Boy. Yeah, we need 40 on this shit. Yeah, we need 40 fucking sprinkled in like some type of condiment. Like yo, he's like pepper, he's like ketchup, he's hot sauce. We need the boy. You feel me? Let me see. Scary Hours 2. Let's look at not Dark Lane demos. Let's go back.
Okay, you know what, bro? Why are you going so far back? What are you looking for at this point, bro? Jesus. 40 was with Ops People Forgot or something. Say what now? Leland McGrayer. 40 was what? Really?
Back to not Care Package. Let's go back to Scorpion. Okay, Scorpion is gonna be right there. I guarantee he's all over Scorpion. Facts, right?
Oh my God, man.
Yeah, everything has 40 on it pretty much. 40.
Yeah, but see, that's the all right, let's break it down. Because we got to talk about Scorpion for a little bit. We know what they did with Scorpion. We all know what they did with Scorpion. There's a flaw in that idea with Akademiks are saying, oh yeah, 40 is all over this. You got to keep in mind, UMG pushed the hell out of Scorpion. Let's not forget that. Songs from Scorpion, God's Plan, all them other songs. Playlisting in playlists they shouldn't be in. Y'all pushed the hell out of that song. You took that button, or you took that that little node or the notch thing, and you took it and you dragged that mother all the way to 100 and pushed the hell out of Scorpion. Last time I checked, ain't that conditioning? We are conditioned to like this because we're hearing it over and over and over and over and over. We're hearing it in all these different areas, all these different places, all these different songs from this one album, to the point where Nicki Minaj went on Twitter and be like, why the hell am I seeing this dude's album everywhere? Every time I go on Spotify, oh, Scorpion drop. Why am I seeing it? That was Nicki. Nicki from the same camp as you. That's not good. But last time I checked, ain't that conditioning? That mental conditioning to make you like something because you're consistently seeing it over and over in a multitude of different places? That's conditioning. So we were conditioned to like this thing. We were conditioned to accept this. We were conditioned to appreciate this. We were conditioned to hear this producer everywhere. So I won't even talk about the 40 talent if I'm going to be super real with you, because if you're going to tie it to Scorpion, then there's a flaw in that idea. And I cannot accept that.
40 or Boy Wonder.
But that's what that's what I'm saying. If he's all over it, right? Like if he's been all over it, then what?
Yeah. 40 Boy Wonder, yeah. Yeah. Again, I know.
This man said Taylor no ass Swift. We not gang. I'm listening to the new leaks. Everything else old feels washed. LOL, Drake been conditioned in 2 years, gang. Open your ears. You're just talking. Drake been diluted since the K. That's crazy. All right. Talk it talk.
Drake is cooking up, but we need more 40. Facts. I'm telling you. 40.
Keep in mind, I said I'm speaking about the Scorpion album. So let's make that clear. I'm not talking about him recently. I could care less because I've already been checked out. But I was speaking on Scorpion album. Let's make that clear.
Is the goddamn... He's synonymous with the sound of Drake more than any producer for Drake.
That's would right. Be you like, tell him, Tiff.
Let me see. Give me another artist and give me a producer that matches what you think 40 is for Drake. Future Metro? But I've seen Future work with some other producers too and go crazy too. I don't know.
So, but by that, he's saying, bro, Drake don't go crazy unless it's a 40 beat. That's just the way I'm taking it from what he's saying.
Am I tripping though?
No, you are.
Yeah, I'm looking at the album. Some Sexy Songs for You. And I don't really see much contribution for him.
Probably not any, bro. So my question is to y'all, is 40 the problem?
Funny how I already addressed that. Yo, it's going to come to a time where Akademiks is going to realize his great is flawed heavily. We already know the flaws. We see the flaws. We see the cap. We see the lies. We see it all. See, over here on YouTube, we got brain cells. Or at least the people that choose to have brain cells got brain cells. My point is, we see through the cap. It's going to come a time where Akademiks going to see it too, but it's going to be too late for him. It's going to be way too late for him. At that point, you're going to have to keep accepting them payments and keep riding them nuts. because you got that big bag from it. It's not 40. Am I discrediting 40 as a terrible producer? No. I ain't saying that at all. I'm sure he's a wonderful producer. I'm sure he's outstanding at his job. All right? But let's keep it real. Let's keep it tall right now. Like I said before, what if it's not the producer? What if it's the artist? Keep that in mind. There are flaws over here on YouTube. A lot of the channels people tap in with, regardless if it's just me or not. When you tap in with Curtis King, when you tap in with Jay Nolan, when you tap in with The Company Man, when you tap in with Big Zoe, Quality, Chilling with Moni, when you tap in with all these channels, when you tap in with The Ville, when you tap in with Jalopy, when you tap in with all these channels, we all see the flaws. Throw in J Tom, throw in King Hammer, throw in who else? Nixis. Who am I missing? Throw in Slay Queen. Throw in all those channels. I'm just saying the ones off the top of my head. If I miss your name, I apologize. But throw in all those channels. We all see the cap. We see the flaws. All right? It's going to come a time, and it's going to be a hard pill to swallow, but we know a lot of people don't like their medicine, so they refuse to take it. But it's going to be a hard pill to swallow when you realize your great is flawed as shit. It's going to come to a time when that's going to be the hard truth. And it's going to be up to you to cure yourself. Take that Benadryl. Go get some rest. Wake up a better person. You know what I'm saying?
Is 40 the issue? Is
What's
that
good,
what we're
LC?
going to place the blame? Is on 40 not being involved enough on the last album? I don't think so, bro. I don't think so.
I hope he's doing well. I'm pretty sure he is.
Break it in.
Let's see what the comments got to say. It's great seeing Ovi hoes bored and accepting the fact that Drake's new shit is even weaker than before. Ack is right because the music isn't hitting the same. It might just be the absence of 40 affected the songs from being decent or good, but cannot be legit. No 40 water. Kendrick said this and like that. It's why he isn't hitting the highs from before. Drake's lyrics and overall sound rely on others. Point proven. See what I'm saying? This has been obvious, but Drake fanboys be in denial. He used to put out masterpieces. Now he's just throwing out whatever these okay beats and these guys still eating it up. Drake needs to lock back in that cinematic moment element. I'll take a step further. He's no longer doing big dealings with Cash Money Records. One thing about Cash Money was they were able to clear some of the best.
He owed Cash Money. Birdman's still looking at his pockets. Birdman's still making money from his pockets. Yo, for anybody that's new here, and for anybody that's been here, for all the people that's been here, you already know we watched the video by Jay Nolan. We watched the video by well, we didn't react to it. We just watched it. The video from what's her name? From Absa. All right? We didn't put out no content, just to make it clear. We didn't do that. All right? All right, if Absa's watching, we didn't react to your content and put it out. We didn't do that. Anyway, we've seen those two videos. All right? I still have one of the video links in the Discord. Easy to find. Just go to the Drake Files. Yeah, Birdman is looking at that man money. He looking at his pockets. He looking at his escrow, his decade-long escrow. He owed Drake. Drake don't even own his name. That's why he been calling himself the boy. We already went through all this. So anybody that's new, welcome. We've figured that out a long time ago. We already figured out what's going on with the plane and how much expenses you're losing from it. Oh, buddy, it's damn near 5-6 figures. We've already figured that out, bro. We already figured that out. So when it comes to all this, I'm walking in with a level head. I'm not walking in like, what? No, what? Like, I'm not walking in like that. That's not me. All right, let's make that. That's not me, bro.
Cinematic moment element. I'll take a step further. He's no longer doing big dealings with Cash Money Records. One thing about Cash Money was they
Look
were
at that
able to
Tricks
clear
video.
some of the best samples to come across music history. That's what happened to Lil Wayne when he departed from doing as much business with Cash Money, and obviously, Ye. They don't have that machine behind them as much. That's what happens when you want to start doing off-print shit and start doing your own independent shit. Hence, Young Money, OVO sound. Wow. He's been involved less and less ever since Push said he got the baby info from him. As someone who think Drake is the GOAT, 40's absence has definitely been felt. Feels like he's about
Leland, everybody has to be held accountable. Everybody got to be held accountable. I just read your comments. I want to make this clear. I'm not targeting. I'm speaking from an understanding of what's going on. I'm not here to bash. I'm not here to target people and say, "Oh, look, it's your fault." Nah, I'm not. Nah, I ain't got no time for that. I told y'all when I started this live, I care about music way too much. I care about this way too much, bro. We really gotta call it as it is. Shout out D1. But we really got to tell the truth nowadays, bro. Because if you're going to be running around telling lies on everybody, telling lies on yourself, like certain artists out there, well, everybody's accountable, bro. Everybody. For the way hip-hop has damn near fell off, and, well, technically it did fall off the top 40. But for the way hip-hop's been moving the past couple years, it's everybody got to be accountable, bro. You got to understand that. But, hey, it's not a bad thing if it falls off the charts like that. Keep in mind, they've been changing the rules on the Billboard charts for many years now, which is why Luther fell off. All right? Let's make that clear right now. We're in a new age right now. This is a new legacy we're starting. That run, that hip-hop ad, that ended a couple months ago. All right? That ended a couple months ago. We're on to a new legacy right now, new domination that we got to start. All right? But the game is a lot harder to figure out. But that means we got to work harder, whether for artists, whether producers, A&Rs, managers, no matter what your occupation is, even for us being consumers. The game is rigged, but it's still in play. A lot of people got to realize that part. Things are not going to be easier. It's going to be harder. It's going to be harder to chart. It's going to be harder to keep your song on the chart. There's a lot more responsibility everybody need to take. Everybody got to be accountable. You know? You got to keep that in mind too. The board to work with is harder than what it was before. We got to keep that in mind when we make these tracks. Now, am I an engineer? No. All right? I'm only speaking on what I know is right. And I know for a fact all of us got to be working way harder regardless of what we do. Even for me as a reaction channel, I got to be working harder now. I really got to be getting to the music now. Everybody got to be accountable for real.
5 years late on this, though. The fall off is real.
Of course,
Thought I was the only one to notice this. 40 has been way less involved in Drake's production lately. May have something to do with his medical condition. It could be. Personally, I think Drake's instrumentals since CLB have gotten much better. Drake has always been carried by his producers. Boy Wonder and 40 are masters at their craft, always making fire beats.
Yep.
Too bad Drake's lyrics, flow, and cadence have gotten stale. Been listening to a lot of the instrumentals without Drake's voice, and it makes the beats 10 times better. That's crazy. I've never heard that before. This is a lot. Live near 40. Got to meet him this...
Is that Black Alpha? Is that Black Alpha? What's poppin', my boy? How you feeling? My guy, bro. I appreciate you, huh? I'll make it clear right now. I appreciate you, G. Real talk. Thank you so much, bro. Having me featured on your compilations. You shouldn't have. My guy, bro. What's good?
Summer. He's on every mix you hear. He's a label owner and lets Drake be himself. He's building up Naomi Sharon, one Major Jordan, and Roy Woods while still focusing on all Drake. So he's mixing OVO, and then all Drake's music. Why does it matter?
Love.
100%. That's why every song, Hours in Silence, etc., in the current catalog that we love is from 40 adding that sauce. I thought we already knew this. So it seems like this is...
Hey, don't even get me started on Majid Jordan, too, because A lot of people don't know about that history either, and about how they admitted to the artist camp that they have over at OVO, where they literally had tents. Anyway, I'm glad you good, bro. I'm glad you good. Real talk. Yo, overall, after watching this video, my thoughts have not changed at all, bro. Everything is the same. I've been doing this for a while now, not too long like others, like the more seasoned content creators out there. All right, I'm still new food. All right, I'm still appetizer, you know. But I still stand with what I'm talking about. I'm still standing with what I'm saying. I really believe in this is for real. But when it comes down to, like I was talking about, when it comes to the responsibilities now, everything is gonna get more difficult, bro. We used to be laid back with it, but guess what? We in a new era. We in a new time. You know what that mean? We gotta work again. No ifs, ands, or buts no more. It's the same way when hip hop was first introduced, how everybody hopped on that ish and said, oh, we can get behind this. We got to do that again. We got to do that. We got to do that all again, but we got to do that knowing that the board is filled with booby traps, filled with spikes, filled with like flying saws and friggin' like lasers and lightsabers that will burn you to death. Like, It's like playing Candyland, but it's Candyland where it's like nothing but weapons of mass destruction out to kill you. That's the kind of board we on right now. Okay? And we must navigate this with the culture. You know? It's going to be tricky as hell. But we got to do it, man. We got to do it because we need to evolve this. We need to evolve hip-hop to something further beyond anything else, past everybody's expectations. That's the job right now. It's going to happen overnight? Hell no. Hell no. This happens over time. But now for us fans, us consumers, we must show up now. So when I'm going through all this, talking about is OVO 40 the secret weapon? What happened? Is he the reason why like the music? Nah. He's just a producer. Like I said, what if it's not the producer? What if it's the artist? Then what do we talk about? You know? That's what it is. That's what people need to understand. That's what people need to get. If you can't get that, then what we gonna do? What we gonna do? Yo, culture could be cooked, bro. If we lose hip hop, culture could be cooked. Then what do? You gotta think about that. We gotta take this a lot more seriously now, man. That's just what it is. We gotta realize that. If we can't realize that, we done. That's a fact. There you go. Old man Idris. Facts. Facts. Like DMX hated Rough Riders. I love that too. Rough Riders anthem was fire. But the people loved it. There you go. Let the people have what they need. That's it.